Continuing on our coverage of NAB 2018 here at the Adobe booth with Laura Williams. Argilla. I did it. Argilla. Yeah. We're going to talk. The other day, it was about 2 months ago, we were putting together a video for the SOC. It was like a reminiscence of like all this thing going through like 30 years. And some look like this and some look like that. And it was trying to make it look somewhat consistent.
What it allows you to do is pick a shot that you want to mimic and select any other shot. Now the best part of it, well, okay, there's two best parts of it. One is that it also respects skin tones. So you can, if there's faces in your content, even if it's a very big difference between the two target pieces, the target piece and the other piece, that was classy. You can still click this button and say respect skin tones, so then you don't get like orange or yellow or green people. Even with dramatic shifts in color, but you also aren't locked into what we do for you. So once you click the shot matching button, all of the parameters in the Lumetri panel change, but they're open. So if I want to continue to tweak, say it's just a little too warm or a little too cool, I can make those changes, so I can get right with the shot matching.
No, it's true. A lot of times the automated features like that, they just hammer it, you know, and so you get whatever it is that they come out with. So this is going to be within...
Oh, yeah, do you like that? It's loud. So it adjusts on the color wheels, and you can still continue to make adjustments and tweaks on the color wheels to get it exactly the way you want it to look. Now, in most cases, when you do the shot match, it'll be probably pretty close to what you want, which is fantastic in and of itself. But I just love the fact that it doesn't lock me into a look that a machine tells me is the right look. It just gets me into the ballpark, because getting in, especially when you're working with things like from different cameras, different times, as you mentioned, you can really get into trouble just trying to get it into the zone. And this way the reference piece can be pretty much anything and get you really into a very near match, if not an excellent match on the first click.
I can't wait to get my hands on it. And again,
add audio dipping of your soundtrack when there's voice, or you can actually auto tuck any element in your audio track, which is kind of fantastic. Again, sensei driven, but it doesn't lock you into what we think is the right mix. You have all of the adjustable keyframes, but anybody who's done ducking knows.
Well, tell people what ducking is.
That's probably a good tip. So ducking is when you need to manage the relationship between multiple elements of audio. Most commonly, it's where there's voice and the noise variation as you do more and more of it. So in a long piece, or maybe you want it a little quieter. So again, it's that ultimate flexibility. We get you in the ballpark, and then you decide what's perfect for you.
And that's been in Audition, but it now will be in Premiere in-app.
Directly in Premiere.
What else?
Isn't that enough?
That would be enough.
We have a new split screen view, which is fantastic. It allows you to look at those video changes or the color changes that you've made, but you can also use it when you're applying effects or motion graphics templates. Again, ultimate flexibility on seeing what is there now and what could be there, which I think helps a lot when you're making decisions. We've continued to improve motion graphics templates, which, if you're not familiar with motion graphics templates, are essentially an encapsulated complex effect from After Effects. So I can get a very professional looking motion sequence with text and beautiful graphics, and yet in Premiere, without going to After Effects, I can edit that to get the exact look that I want. I can change the color, I can change, you know, any of the elements that the motion graphics designer has left open for me. But we've continued to improve the flexibility of those, and doing one of my favorite ones. If I get a new template from my motion designer, by holding the Option key when I drop it onto one of the sequences, I can do Smart Replace. And as I put it onto one of the previous references to the motion graphics template, it will ask me if I want to update all of them in the sequence instead of having to manually go through one by one by one. And all of the changes that I made to that previous version of the template are reflected in the new use of that template. So any place where I've changed text or color comes right through. Again, really great way to speed workflow.
Wow. So the other thing that we wanted to talk about was puppetry has gotten an upgrade, right?
Oh, the Puppet engine in After Effects has got a major upgrade.
I said puppetry. It's Puppet engine.
Yeah, well, it's the Puppet tool.
The Puppet tool.
fuels the Puppet tool is the Puppet engine. And the Puppet engine has definitely had a massive upgrade. It's one of the most used tools in After Effects, but up until now, there's been...
Is that true?
Yeah, it is. People use it quite frequently, so things can distort as they change over time. With After Effects, the new version, we've increased the flexibility of the Puppet engine. One of the things that it does now is it increases the mesh, which determines the behavior of that object as it moves. And you can continue to put increasing number of points in areas where you want more behavior detail, if that makes sense. So if I have something like a flag and I want it to have specific ripple points, I can click in and get more mesh points in a specific area. We also have the starch tool, so if that flag, for example, has a logo on it and my producer says, no, you're losing, it's capable to do.
And I was interested because you guys have some stock puppets, but it came out in a press conference that there's companies now that are selling the puppets and everything like that. They're all pinned together, and that might be coming soon from Adobe Stock, right?
So the puppets that you're talking to are for Character Animator, and they're essentially layered PSD or Illustrator files that can be manipulated through performance-based animation in Character Animator. We have a number of them included in the application, so you can always get up and get started, start playing with those. But there are a number of vendors across the internet who have decided to start selling these customizable puppets. Some of them can be personalized, some of them are just basic templates. They're not available in stock at this time, but I can't tell you what would or would not come in the future.
I got that. Well, let me ask you something else about the future. The future kind of hit us in the face the other day when another company said that they can do ProRes RAW. Are you guys familiar with this? Because I didn't even know that.
On our radar, particularly. But that doesn't mean we won't support it as soon as we possibly can.
Excellent. People want to find out more about Adobe products, they should go to the website, right?
Absolutely. Go to adobe.com. There's a whole section on the video tools where you can get more information. If you're looking for featurettes, which feature what the products have added each cycle, we add those to our YouTube channel. So you can always go in and hear our amazing product managers demoing the new tools and features.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Laura.
Great. Thank you. It was nice talking to you.